Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirahe. Nasta Praheshwa Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 6, text number 39. The chapter is titled Creation of the Universal Form. Ato Bhagavato Maya Mainamapi Mohini Yat Swayam Cha Atma Vartmatma Naveda Kim Uta Pare Ato Bhagavato Maya Mahinamapi Mohini Yat Swayam Chahatma Vartmatma Naveda Kim Uta Apare Ato Bhagavato Maya Mahinamapi Mohini Yat Swayam Chahatma Vartmatma Naveda Kim Uta Apare. Ataha, thus, Bhagavata, godly, Maya, potencies, Mainam, of the jugglers, Api, even, Mohini, enchanting, Yat, that which, Swayam, personally, Cha, also, Atma, Vartama, self-sufficient, Atma, self, Na, does not, Vedaha, no, Kim, what, Utaha, to speak of, Apare, others. Translation purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Prabhupada ki jai. Thus, the wonderful potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is bewildering even to the jugglers. That potent power is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord. So it is certainly unknown to others. Right. Translation again. Thus, the wonderful potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is bewildering even to the jugglers. That potent power is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord. So it is certainly unknown to others. Purport. The froggish philosophers and mundane wranglers in science and mathematical calculation may not believe in the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but they are sometimes puzzled by the wonderful jugglery of man and nature. Such jugglers and magicians of the mundane world are actually puzzled by the jugglery of the Lord in his transcendental activities. But they try to adjust the bewilderment by saying that it is all mythology. There is, however, nothing impossible or mythological in the supreme omnipotent person. The most wonderful puzzle for the mundane wranglers is that while they remain calculating the length and breadth of the unlimited potency of the Supreme Person, his faithful devotees are set free from the bondage of material engagement simply by appreciating the wonderful jugglery of the Supreme in the practical field. The devotees of the Lord see the wonderful dexterity in everything with which they come in contact in all circumstances of eating, sleeping, working, etc. Small banyan fruit contains thousands of small seeds, and each seed holds the potency of another tree, which again holds the potency of many millions of such fruits as causes and effects. So the trees and seeds engage the devotees in meditation about the activities of the Lord, while the mundane wranglers waste time in dry speculation and mental concoction, which are fruitless in both this life and the next. In spite of their pride in speculation, they can never appreciate the simple, potent activities of the banyan tree. Such speculators are poor souls destined to remain in matter perpetually. Om Agnanatimindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmitanyena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swa Padantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamanam Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathavitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Pariyana Saitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalitata Shri Vishakha Vitamasya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastate Sapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanemayo Vaishnavebhayo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Once again, Ato Bhagavata Maya Mainam Api Mohini Yat Soyam Chahatma Vatmatma Naveda Kim Utapare. There's a wonderful potential of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is bewildering even to the jugglers. That potent power is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord. So it is certainly unknown to others. So here in this particular section of Srimad Bhagavatam, from 35th verse to 40th verse, we see in the previous verses, Maitreya Muni is describing about the Virat Rupa, right? The universal form of the Lord. Right? And then in this particular section, he is expressing his inability to completely glorify the activities of the Supreme Lord, especially the universal form. Glorify the activities of the Supreme Lord. And then he explains in these particular words why. That The wonderful potency of the Supreme Lord is bewildering even to the jugglers. Who are the jugglers? The jugglers are those who are mental speculators, uh, dry speculation. They at times get bewildered by the material jugglers or mystics. What to speak of the Supreme Lord? A material magician comes and can trick us, and we cannot figure out, oh, how did this thing happen? How did right and uh, front of you he shows a person and then he makes that person disappear? Mm. Like Srila Prabhupada, during Srila Prabhupada time, there was this famous magician, Kelal, and Prabhupada would watch and would laugh at his uh, magician magician skills. And then no, uh, somebody asked Prabhupada and said, yeah, no, I'm a bigger magician than Kelal. That no, all my devotees somehow from different backgrounds, diverse backgrounds, they got connected to the Supreme Lord. And they were converted from hippies to happies. So a magician could just, for a while, make you spellbound by his magical tricks. But a devotee of the Lord can also has that potency to spellbound you by his wonderful qualities, by his power, empowerment of the Supreme Lord, that he can transform people's lives. Right. So, what to speak of the Supreme Lord himself? It is mentioned that the Supreme Lord, Swayam Atma, Swayam Atma. Swayam Atma means he does not have, like, in all living entities, that was the Sakti of the Supreme Lord. There is a soul and then there is a super soul. But Swayam Atma, the super soul himself, the Supreme Lord himself, does not know his own form, Atma Varina. He does not know his own form. He is unlimited. Just like one of the expansion of the Supreme Lord, Ananta Shesha, has millions of hoods. And with millions of his hoods, he is glorifying the Supreme Lord. But still, he completely is not able to glorify the Supreme Lord because the glories of the Supreme Lord is also unlimited. It's unlimited. So, his potency, his power is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord. Right when he's a child, he can kill a demon, Putana, right, by just uh, sucking out the life air from her body. And she's not an ordinary demon. When she passed, no, when she lost her life, she was like almost her body was 3 miles long. Right. And we see various demons similarly without any effort. Right. Without any effort. So, and right around us we see, the whole world is shaking. They have no query. They're considering themselves to be advanced, that they have the solution to everything. Then one day we will even create living entities. They could not create a mosquito, but they were thinking that we'll be able to create living entities one day. And Srila Prabhupada used to call that as a post-dated check has no value. Right. One day we'll do this. Right. So that's because of the bewilderment. And why they are bewildered? Because they are stuck, spellbound by the illusory energy of the Supreme Lord. Mayadhyakshena prakriti shriyate sacharacharam. Right. Mayadhyakshena prakriti shriyate sacharacharam. Chabi gunamai bhavai evim saramidam jagatam mohitam nami janati. Mohitam nami janati. The whole world, mohitam, is bewildered by these three modes of material nature. That the Lord has created him. The Lord does not get influenced by the three modes of material nature. Right. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahayam indriyai. By our blunt material senses, we won't be able to understand the Supreme Lord. Right. We won't be able to understand the Supreme Lord, whose glories is unlimited. His glories is unlimited. And Srila Prabhupada in his purport mentions this about that his unlimited potency, that right underneath we have this wonderful story of a cobbler and a brahmana, right? How Narad Muni approaches a brahmana, right? And tells brahmana that he is going to visit the Lord in Vaikuntha. Would you like to ask him anything? And the brahmana says, yeah, please ask the Lord. As such, I'm sure I'll go back to God in this life, but please confirm that from the Lord. Right. And then he asks the cobbler, and then the cobbler is busy right underneath the banyan tree, mending the shoes. Right. And the cobbler also showed, I would like to know the activities of the Supreme Lord. And Narad Muni goes to Vaikuntha, comes back. The Brahmana is asking, what was the Lord doing? And Narad Muni says, the Lord was passing an elephant to the eye of a needle. He was passing a big elephant to the eye of a needle. And the Brahmana starts laughing that, Narad Muni, just starts laughing that Narad Muni is just making some stories. Srila Prabhupada uses nice way he makes that analogy in the purport. The jugglers, just because they cannot understand the Supreme Lord, they'll call that, that's mythology. It's mythology. How can the Lord pass an elephant to the eye of a needle? It's mythology. Right. How can the Lord lift Govardhan 7 days, 7 nights, right on his index finger? Right. And that also the tip of his index finger. How can he lift Govardhan? Right. Which is miles long. Right. That's all mythology. Right. But let's see the conviction of the cobbler. When the cobbler is asking, how's about the Lord's activities, and Narad is mentioning that, the Lord was passing an elephant to the eye of a needle, the cobbler was completely absorbed in that activity. Oh, Lord is so great. Lord is so great. He's passing the elephant to the eye of a needle. And then Narad is asking, aren't you surprised about it? Oh, no. At each and every moment, I'm right here, mending the shoes underneath the banyan tree, and I see the seeds of the banyan tree. And in that seed of the banyan tree, there are other millions of seeds in in that seed. And in each and every seed, the whole banyan tree, which is like so tall, is encaged within that seed. So if this whole banyan tree is encapsulated right in that seed, what to speak of an elephant to be passed through the eye of a needle? Right? There was a conviction of the cobbler. So material intelligence, material speculation does not bring us close to the Supreme Lord. Right? Does not bring us close to the Supreme Lord. In fact, many times it creates hurdles. It creates hurdles. Bhogeshwarya prasaktanam nitanamita chetasam. You know, access to enjoyment, absorbed in enjoyment, and this, that. It creates hurdles. Access to riches, it creates hurdles. Impediment in the service of the Lord. Like a poor Brahmana approaches Sanatana Goswami for some poverty stricken, and I hear we are it must a mendicant, and I've been told by the villagers to come to you to find a solution. Said, oh, okay, I have this touchstone lying in that pile of dirt. You can take that touchstone and ask for anything which you want. And the poor Brahmana is thinking that, if he's keeping this touchstone in the pile of the garbage, he must be having more valuable than this. Right. So he's asking Sanatana Goswami about it. How that more valuable than this touchstone? And Sanatana Goswami says, if you desire for that, first thing what you do is take this touchstone and throw it in the waters of Jamuna. And then come back. And the Brahmana comes back doing that. And what does Sanatana Goswami give him? The holy name. And in the holy name also, no how right in the holy name, right, the 16 syllable name, everything is there. Tannama rupa charitadi sukirtananu smityo kramena. Right. Tannama rupa, the name of the Lord is included, and is the name of the Lord ordinary? No. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. The name and Nam and Namina is not different from each other. Right. Nam and Namina is not different from each other. Like all our mundane names will just remain a name when we leave our body. It will just remain a name. But the Supreme Lord's name, for years and millions of years, been chanted. And just by chanting, they achieve the Supreme Lord. Right? Just by chanting the names of the Lord, they achieve the Supreme Lord. Right? So right in that name, the name of the Lord is there, the form of the Lord is there. We don't, if we are just absorbed in chanting, not necessarily the Lord, we visit different temples, we can be just absorbed in chanting. Because the form is right there. The qualities of the Lord is there. Everything is right there in the name. Right? Everything is right there in the name. Lord has infused all his energies. Namna Makari Vahuda Nija Sarva Sakti. Nija Sarva Sakti. He has infused all his energies into this holy name. Right? That's the glories of the Supreme Lord. It's unlimited glories of the Supreme Lord. The Lord performs the activity and is glorified by name of that activity. Makhanchor. Still he is stilling butter. He is glorified as Makhanchor. We still something, we are punished. Right? That's a transcendental qualities of Supreme Lord. Makhanchor is glorified. Giri Govardhan. Right? Govardhan Dhari. He is lifter of the Govardhan hill. Madan Mohan, enchanter of the Cupid. Right? Ari Sudan, Madhusudan, even if he kills a demon, he is glorified. That he has killed the demon Madhu, he has killed the demon Ari. And various names like that. Through his activities, his activities are transcendental in nature. That just by absorbing, if one knows about his appearance, Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Evam Yoveti Tattvataha, right? That tattva, if one knows about his appearance and his activities, does not take birth again in this material world. Right? So that's the glories, unlimited glories of the Supreme Lord, which the Lord Himself, when He sees His form in the shining marble of Dwarka, He Himself becomes enchanted to that form. Right? He Himself becomes enchanted to that form. That's the unlimited glories of the Supreme Lord, which is completely unknown to that who has no faith. That's why initially the faith is required. Adau Shraddha. Faith is required. Then that faith becomes Nishta by Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, becomes Nishta. But initially that faith is required. Otherwise we'll remain as a speculator, remain in this material world. Speculating, how did this get created? How did Corona get created? Or this conspiracy and that conspiracy, and we'll just remain bewildered. Right. Okay, are there any questions, comments, realizations which anybody would like to share?